Having successfully founded and sold three businesses, and then since founded another three businesses and invested in some others, when I look back at my journey, I realized that there's three distinct patterns that businesses go through, three distinct stages. Now, they're not in completely linear, but almost every business I speak to now that I'm coaching other, particularly professional service based entrepreneurs, they go through these three stages that I went through. And that is to start with, it's all about finding enough of the right clients. And it can be really difficult to find your ideal clients. And so you get busy dealing with people that aren't your ideal clients, and you spend all of your time looking for clients and really dealing with anyone that you find. And so to start with, that first phase is a real struggle to find your ideal clients. But it is possible to get to the point where you create an automated marketing machine that generates your ideal clients for you while you sleep. But that's certainly that first stage. And I remember going through that stage and just the first few years after founding. So my most successful business was Efficient Portfolio. It grew to being one of the top financial planning practices in the UK. It was an award-winning business. But for the first few years, it was a fight and a struggle to find enough of the right clients or even okay clients in the early days, if I'm honest. And then eventually I did master the art of finding enough of our ideal clients. And then my work-life balance fell to pieces. And this is the same pattern that I see time and time again. People get busy. They find the solution that finds their ideal clients for them. And then they get really busy and their work-life balance goes to pot. Their health is affected. I was 3 stone heavier than I am today when I was at this stage in my business journey. I wasn't seeing my children grow up. I was sort of maybe rushing home, putting them to bed, and then going back to work. I wasn't enjoying any of my hobbies. I wasn't traveling. So I became the time poor founder. And then eventually through coaching, I worked out how to have a business that ran without me. And then eventually even got to the point where I had a business that was growing whether I was there or not. And that really is the key because otherwise, if the founder is still running the business, it's neither saleable or scalable. And so that's the three phases I think that I see time now that we coach lots of professional service entrepreneurs. They go through these three phases of not finding enough ideal clients, then messing up their work-life balance when they eventually do find them, and then still having a business that they have to run. And that's one of the reasons why we founded the Trusted Team, because the Trusted Team is designed to help business owners negotiate through that journey much quicker so that they can build a saleable and scalable business. Because once you get past the founder restricted growth stage, then what you can end up with is you can go into the exponential growth business. You can have a business, if you build that automated marketing machine, you can have a business that is growing and accelerating quicker and quicker. We were delivering 50% year on year growth at Efficient Portfolio. But that's because we built the automated marketing machine. And then if you focus on proper time management and proper business processes, you can actually have a really balanced business life. I was taking 3 months of every year off while that 50% growth was happening. And I've now taken 3 months of every year off for the last, well, over 10 years. I've lost track of how long it's been because it's been over 10 years. And that's allowed me to become the fittest I've ever been. I complete Ironmans and ultra marathons. I spend a huge amount of time traveling the world with my family, so building amazing relationships as a family. And I have time to do the things I love. And then finally, if we really want to create a business that is both saleable and scalable, we need a self-driving business, a business that runs whether you're there or not. And the way that the Trusted Team help people achieve this is really through two different mechanisms. Firstly, for some businesses, they're not ready to jump in to do all of this at once. So we have some tools that will help you get to the point where you're ready for the full-on Trusted Team package, which I'll explain in a minute. But to get things going, the base of everything is the goals that you set. So the Limitless Life Launcher is about helping you set really clear, powerful goals, not just for business, but for your health, for your life, for your relationships, because that's the way you build a life with balance. So the Limitless Life Launcher can help you do that. If you want to accelerate what you're doing, then the best way to do that is by embracing the AI revolution. So we built the AI masterclass that will help you grow your business whilst working less through the power of AI. And then if you want to build that automated marketing machine, we have a separate course called the Ideal Client Magnet, which is our way of showing you how to sort of break the system by building an automated marketing machine so that then the work-life balance does become the problem and the thing to focus on. To start with, I appreciate for some people, particularly if you're at the start of your entrepreneurial journey, you just need to focus on generating those ideal clients to get the business going. It's the minimal viable concept to get that business flourishing, get money coming into the door, and then you can focus on the other stuff. And then for those people that are ready, that really want to take their business to the next level and their life to the next level. The trusted team coaching is all done through, the way that we help those businesses grow is through a series of different mechanisms. So the primary mechanism, the most important part of the trusted team journey is a workshop that happens every 2 months. So that's 2 days worth of coaching, a mastermind grouping. We get a guest speaker in, and it happens every 2 months so that every 2 months you're finding new ways to grow the business, new ways to improve your work-life balance, and new ways to build a saleable and scalable business that is driven forward by a leadership team, not just you. We then do an online session once a month, both live and on demand for you and your team. And that is a different topic every month to coach you over the course of the year so that you and your team are coming up with ideas to improve the marketing, what you do front stage for the clients, what you do backstage behind the scenes that the clients don't see, how you embrace technology, how you reduce costs, all of those sorts of stuff. We do a coaching session once a month for you and your team to dial into. We do a learning lunch on the softer subjects. So whether that could be health, wealth, happiness, relationships, all of those sorts of things. And that's just something that you and your team can dial into to consume while you're eating your lunch to again move you a step forward. We create social events so that you can build a stronger relationship with the other people in the trusted team community because, like you, these are all professional service business owners. And so quite often they have exactly the same clients as you, but aren't in competition with you. So building strong relationships with those through social events, whether it's wine tasting, whether it's a dinner, then that just allows you to work more closely with them and build stronger relationships with them. And then finally, we have this entrepreneurial community, which we help facilitate through mastermind sessions, through WhatsApp groups, and other activities, just to help you really grow, because it can be a very lonely place being an entrepreneur. Running your own business means that you often can't talk about the key problems in the business to the people you employ. And also your mates down the pub often don't have that entrepreneurial mindset like you do, and therefore much more risk averse. So this is the journey that we take you on. And the way that we actually help you achieve this is through what we call the Better Future framework. And so really there's kind of this foundation of how you grow the business. And the first way you do that is having really clear goals. You have to have a good flow of leads coming into the business of your ideal clients, not just any clients. And you need to measure all of the important numbers and keep track of those. So that's really the base and how you grow the business. And then there's how you manage that business better so that it doesn't drain all of your time. And that's really with the backstage processes and organizing those processes and making sure that they're optimized, and also making sure that if somebody's off sick or leaves, that business continues to run, as well as magnifying everything you do as the business founder, business owner. We've got to look at ways that we can so you can achieve way more every time you do something. So you do something once, it impacts 1,000 people instead of one person. We need to magnify everything that you do as the founder. And then finally, if we really want to have this business that's saleable and scalable, we need to really get to the bottom of what is the purpose of the business, what's the culture of the business, how do we create constant innovation, how do we build leadership within that business. But running alongside this, it shouldn't be instead of making sure that you create health, wealth, and happiness. So your health, wealth, and happiness should be rising all the way through this journey. And this is not a linear journey. Clearly, understanding your purpose and culture along the way is important, as opposed to just doing it at the end once you've fixed everything else. And that's why the Trusted Teams coaching can really help you grow your business whilst working less and enjoying more. Building a saleable and scalable business through the Better Future framework, through the medium of in-person workshops, online coaching for you and your team, and a really strong mastermind group community of like-minded entrepreneurs that can help and support you on your journey. So if you'd like to find out more about the Trusted Team, book a strategy call with us, and we'd love to understand and get more information about your business and find out how we can use the Better Future framework to help you grow your business whilst working less and enjoying more.